Hey, good afternoon, Business Growth Group. We are here today to celebrate these fantastic women, these female CEOs that are kicking ass and taking names. And we're really proud of them. And they're going to get a chance today to tell their story about their journey. So today we have Monica. Come on, Monica, why don't you introduce yourself for the BGG?
Hi, I'm Monica Moton Williams, and I'll be one of the moderators with my co-partner over here, Rob Mason. So basically, I've been a part of the Business Growth Group since May, and since that time that Rob contacted me about coming on board, it's been a true journey for me too, as a contributing member and co-founder. And just to tell you a little bit about my background, I am from Virginia, and I also graduated from HBC University. They're real popular these days. We've been in the news. So it's exciting, especially what happened recently with Amazon's ex-wife giving the university $40 million with no strings attached. So that's always really good. So maybe it'll encourage our alumni to actually give back too. So I have an MBA in marketing, and so the Business Growth Group allows me to have a platform to really utilize that degree. And what I really love mostly about the marketing piece is that I get to coach people through gaps in terms of being able to market, promote, sell, and brand their businesses to success. So that's a little bit about me. I'll come down to my left and have Ginger tell us a little bit about herself.
Hi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes.
Yes, good. My name is Ginger Galloway. I am an entrepreneur by many scopes and reaches, and like an octopus all over the place. I'm an author, I'm a poet, I'm a playwright. So aside from all of my artistic talents, I also have those writing talents. COVID really kicked my behind. I had a play that was supposed to hit the stage in March. And after a year of rehearsals, that was grounded. And so I have had the awesome opportunity to reinvent myself during the pandemic. And I'll talk about that some more in a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. And now we have Abrisha Jones. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Abrisha.
Hi, my name is Abrisha. I am an artist out of Southern California. I started my art journey as an actual business about 4 years ago. And I have people coming to work on the bathroom today, so sorry. My God. Just quickly, I am a CEO of my own art gallery, which I, plan to continue to expand. I've had a lot of success this year. I'm just kind of stepping up in the business realm of the marketing aspect. And so I look forward to just sharing my journey and a little bit of my experience with you guys.
Awesome.
Perfect. And last but certainly not least, we have Rebecca up top to my left. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Rebecca Corona, and I am a independent Color Street stylist. I have been a mom and volunteer for the last 13 years, and I, during COVID, have decided to start jumping back into the working world and became an independent Color Street stylist this summer.
This lady is a beast.
Perfect.
She is a beast. If anyone out there, you want to see somebody sell something on camera, Rebecca is your girl. I wanted to send you some of my stuff and you sell my stuff, man. All right. Okay. All right. So we, so today we want to know about you guys. Tell us your story, and we're going to start to go around within the basic questions that, we're going to hear from each of you. And so the first question is, tell us why you're on this journey. And let's start with you first, Rebecca, since you were last. We'll go right back to you. So the journey and why, and then we'll go into the next question, will be where where's your business headed? So
Okay.
why are you on
Do you
this
want me
journey?
to address both of those right now?
Let's go with the first one. Why are you
Okay.
on?
Why? So I was not really planning on working for until my kids were completely grown, actually. I have a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old. And my husband works in the entertainment industry, which we've always known to be cyclical,
Mhm.
like there's work and then there's not work, and we've always planned for that. With COVID, of course, like that became a lot more not work than work. He was out of a job for about 7 months. And it's still touch and go, he goes back to work, and then when a show tests positive, they shut down for a number of weeks. So that wasn't really the main impetus for me to get started. How it really started was I just fell in love with the product, which is Color Street is dry nail polish. It's real nail polish applied dry in strips. So I fell in love with the product, and I fell in love with the interaction that I get with other women and men when I have parties, and when we are just talking about like nail polish. The business plan is a home-based business plan, so it's similar to any of the other party plan businesses that you might be familiar with, in the sense that we have parties, and we date from one party to the next party, and it's a chain of connections between people loving the product. So my main draw to it was the connection, because I am home all the time with the kids, and I've been, previous to this, volunteering, really active with the kids' schools and church, and I still do those things, but it's been different with COVID because you don't have the same interactions. So Color Street was able to give me the opportunity to have the excuse to make those connections outside of my four walls. And at the same time bring the joy of just a simple manicure to everyone, that it's salon quality and can be done at home in the safety of your own home. So I've been doing Zoom parties, which are a great way to interact with people, and it's been a lot of fun. So,
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. I've never heard of a Zoom party before. When people are sending me money, that would be great. Send me money.
well,
Oh,
it's like we come on in this format similar to this, and like a home party, we play games and interact, and I learn about my clients through Zoom. Like we've figured out ways to connect in that sense, and then when they order, it's great. Hopefully they all do order, but really it is about making those personal connections, because even if they're not ready to order the nail polish, or they don't think it's for them, they may think of someone down the line that it's a good gift for, or someone who when they run into like someone, they go, oh, you know what, that person might really like that, I should pass on Rebecca's name. So that's kind of even if it's not the actual people, it's the connections. So
love it. Love it. Right. Very good. Let's go to Ginger. Ginger, why are you on this journey? Tell us about it.
Like I said, after COVID hit and my play was grounded, as a artist and an author, I just started playing around with stuff. I had a lot of unfinished projects, we call them UFOs, laying around the house that I needed to get back to. So a friend of mine called me knowing that I could sew, and she was making face masks. And she asked me to come and help her with the face masks. So I was helping her do that, but she's not really a sewer per se. And so all of this scrap fabric she was throwing away. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, because I also quilt. So can I please have the fabric, the scraps? And she said, sure. When I got the fabric home, I noticed there were large pieces of fabric in there. So I decided, I'm going to make a doll. Now, when I tell you I did not set out to be a doll maker, I had no intentions of being a doll maker. In the last couple months, I have found myself doing almost nothing but making dolls. I had an Etsy store since 2000, oh gosh, 2009, maybe earlier than that I hadn't been using for years. So I made a couple of dolls and they were cute and I posted them on my Etsy and they sold. And I posted a couple more and they sold, and they were selling as fast as I could post them. And this was in October. So we hadn't even come to like a Christmas rush yet, but people just saw the dolls and started buying them. Posted it on Facebook. I mean, my sale game is weak. So I didn't expect really to sell anything. So I start posting those and they're selling and I'm doing pretty good with that. And then my sister posted in one of the Facebook groups that we're both in, asking if anybody knew where she could get a Black Nativity set. The only person who responded referred to her to a listing for a Black Nativity made out of fiberglass coming from China, $2,000. So I hit her up. I said, I'll just make you a nativity set. Went to the lumberyard, got the stuff, and I made her a 4-foot tall painted nativity set. My husband taught my son how to use this jigsaw. We cut them out, painted them, drew them out, painted them, sent them to her. She says, well, wait a minute, you could be selling these too. Why not? Told her, I'll give you a cut for every set you sell. My sister starts shooting pictures of her set out. She's sending me phone calls. I'm getting text messages. People want to know where they can get the set. So I priced the set. I add that to my Etsy shop. Now I've got lumber all over the house. I've got paints that the stores are selling out of because Walmart ran out of paint. Michael's ran out of paint because I guess during the pandemic, everybody starts painting. Everybody starts doing crafts. They're doing the home sip and paint parties. So paint is gone. So I'm sending my kids, go out and don't come back till you find some acrylic paints. Anyway, now I'm a doll maker and I'm making, if you look around here, look, sewing machine, paint, and wood. That's all I've been doing for the last couple of months.
And her stuff is cheap.
I'm sorry?
I said, and your stuff is not cheap. She is charged.
Oh, no. The dolls, they're rag dolls and they're $40 each. And when I kid you not, I make a doll, I sell a doll. I have no stock because I can't make them fast enough to hold on to them long enough to say, okay, well, here's all the dolls I have. So I'm making them to order. So somebody calls me, I make a handful of dolls, and before I can post that I have more dolls, I sell all of them. The lawn ornaments, I'm selling 1 for $315, 3 for $710, and a set of 6 for $1,300. And that does not include shipping, and they are selling. I had a woman approach me on Etsy and tell me that I was taking advantage of people, that I know that you can't find this anywhere, and how dare I? And if I'm a person of color, I should be ashamed of myself.
Not when I go to the
economics class. If nobody else has it, I can charge what I want to charge.
Not ashamed when I'm in the B of A line.
Yeah. So and I'm not with a lack of work. Yesterday, me and my kids worked. Let's see. I did out of concern for my neighbors. I didn't start that jigsaw till 7 a.m. But we started working at 5 in the morning and worked until 2 in the afternoon when I put 2 of those orders on UPS on the truck. So, and for a day's worth of work, $1,300, not a problem.
Yeah, it sounds like one of those Abrecia days. I got to go to Abrecia now. Abrecia, great job, Ginger.
So your other question was, where is it going? And at this point, I'm not quite sure. It is bigger than I am. I set out when the pandemic started, my goal was to start a food truck, and I want to have a vegan food truck. I went and bought a trailer. I have a truck sitting that I'm not doing anything with because this business has taken over. And when I talk to Rob, he says, well, you know, your plans and God's plans, two different things. And that's absolutely true. I'm rolling with what God has given me at this point. So where is it going? I don't know. I'm buckled in, and I'm just waiting to see where we're going.
And I'm excited. I'm
Thank
super excited. All right, Abrisha, she probably is hogging all that acrylic paint. How you doing, Abrisha?
I am not. I'm good. So as an artist, so I don't know if I was literally distracted by the doorbell. But just to kind of backpedal a little bit about who I am and what I do, I am a painter. So I actually do create figure art and abstract art on canvas. And so that's the bulk of what my business entails. I have dibbled and dabbled in, you know, doing paint and sips and things like that. Hopefully down the line, I'll be able to get into more of an art therapy perspective later on. Right now, I'm enjoying just being able to create and give people the opportunity to have art that fills their space with new perspective and new energy. So that is my passion right now. So how did I get into this? I actually, you know, started creating when I was in high school. I did art there. My teacher at the time let me know, like, you're a natural painter. I didn't know what that really meant at the time because, you know, I'm a kid. I have no idea what she's saying. I'm like, I just painted the picture. Long story short, moving forward, I get it now, right? It's like you have these natural gifts that come to you easier than others. So I might not consider myself to be a drawer, but painting naturally comes to me. I have to, you know, kind of work towards creating from different mediums, but painting is just my natural gift. So I embrace that now. And so over time, you know, I focused on school, family, and things like that. I would go back and forth to painting here and there throughout the years, not really knowing what to do with it, kind of playing with a few different avenues. I went to Otis College of Art and Design and had a chance to kind of, you know, explore what that looked like in terms of an art realm. Thought I would be a fashion designer, not at all. And so when I decided to focus on family, I put art completely to the side. And then 4 years ago, I decided to really, you know, pick up the paintbrush, and I found that it's something that I love and have no intention of letting go. I love creating. And so I decided to really, you know, go forward with it as a business, and that has been my journey. I think with COVID, as everyone knows, it kind of forces you to kind of reevaluate how that looks. And so you either slow down or you speed up and you go forward, and that's what I did. So this COVID has really been good to me as far as just having time to myself to really create, but also, you know, brainstorm and figure out next steps. Where do I see myself going from here?
That money, don't, yeah, too. I saw some of those pictures go out, and those smiles and people are getting them.
Yeah.
I think the price of some of them too.
So the prices have gone up. I intend to, you know, see them go up in the future, obviously. One of the things I'm looking forward to this year coming, I was able to connect with some people, which I found was a really big enhancement for my business. Networking, meeting people, and you just never know who you know. I met a framer who later on I discovered does prints, and I'm like, what? Like, I came to you for one thing, and through our conversation, I discovered you can help me in another area. And so this year coming, I look forward to really being able to generate prints so I can broaden my audience, because I do not have the intention of lowering my prices, but I do want to make sure that people have the opportunity to have my art no matter what their price point is. And so being able to do prints would be a big journey this year. Yeah.
Good for distribution too. Yeah, fantastic. So what I'm going to ask you to do while when we go to the next, I know that you guys, Ginger, I guess you sold all your dolls. You can't stick one, but if you got a picture of one.
I have a doll.
Okay, Abrisha, you got one of those fantastic things, and then Rebecca, you got swag over there, so it doesn't matter. Just whatever you with the nail sauce. All right, we want to be able to see it at some point. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and while they're getting their stuff, I'm going to go ahead and get Monica on the next question. Come on in, Monty.
Okay, so I know that Rebecca didn't get a chance to kind of talk about a little bit of where she's headed with her business. So I want to give her that opportunity to just tell us a little bit of where you think you're headed with your business.
Great, thank you. Well, I'm actually building my business, and the way that I do that is by building a team. So right now I have 5 people on my team, and how our plan works is we are in business together, but for ourselves, right? So I am my own boss. Each of my teammates is their own boss, but we work together to build each other up, to help promote our individual Color Street businesses, to give support and trainings, and our greater team also does that. So my business is headed into the next level. Right now I am at a senior stylist rank level, and my goal is to be team leader by the end of January. So that includes a few more people on my team, and also just expanding my customer base. I then have a further goal for the next level to hit by my 1-year anniversary mark, is to hit at least the next stylist level in the company by July. The other thing that I'm working towards right now is Color Street is so generous with how they treat their stylists and their customers. There's always opportunities to either earn free nails or cash bonuses. And currently right now, Color Street is giving away a trip to Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. And I am dangerously close to qualifying to receive that trip. So I have until January 31st. So I've got some big goals between now and then to get there. They're very manageable as long as I just keep doing what I'm doing and keep finding new people to party with and to join my team. So that is my goal, to get there by January 31st. And like I said, it's not out of reach, but it's not there yet either. And I never count on anything until it's in the bag. So I'm still going to be, really working hard over the next month and a half to get there. Because I'm ready to travel. I don't know when that trip will be with COVID, but I am ready to renew my passport and get out of my house.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So,
and on somebody else's dime. It sounds amazing.
Exactly.
It does. So do you guys have incentives where they give you perks for each level that you reach?
Yes, so actually monthly there are 4 different bonus levels. So when you sell $300 in the month, that's the minimum bonus requirement. So at $300 in personal sales, you qualify for a 3% bonus. At $600, you qualify for a 5% bonus. At $1,200, it's an 8%, and then it goes, and there's also a benchmark at $1,800 and at $2,400. You also get bonuses for enrolling. So for every person you enroll, you get a bonus, and depending on the program that's going on in the company at the time, that varies as far as how much it is. Right now, it's $100 per enrollee that you get an extra, just straight up financial bonus. There are bonuses in the sense of product as well. So when you sell a certain amount every time you have a party, if you don't have a host, but you're just selling outside of a party, you set up a party for yourself as a stylist. So all of the products that I am able to give away as gifts to my hostesses, I'm not paying for out of my pocket. I'm earning those for free just by simply doing my job. And then the other thing is that for new stylists, so someone who signs up for new for the first 3 months, there are what's called jumpstart goals. So just for doing the basics of your job, when you hit certain benchmarks in your first 3 months, you get cash bonuses and product bonuses. So, so any new stylist to the business can right away start earning product bonus and cash bonus just by hosting parties like they normally would. So yeah, a lot of opportunity,
Thank you for sharing. So what product do you have to showcase today of yours?
So I have the Color Street nail strips. These are dry nail polish. So they are 100% real polish applied dry in these little strips. So what they're in each package, there are 16 strips, and obviously we only have 10 nails. So each package will do about 2.5 manicures. You can also use these on your toes, and they're amazing. They will not chip or peel for up to 2 weeks is our company guarantee. I do know people who have worn them for 3 and 4 weeks, but the company guarantee is 7 to 10 days. So just going to show you a few of like my in-stock products, because I know right now we're getting into the time where you can't really get stuff shipped anymore without some hefty priority mailing prices. So being in Southern California, the 2-day priority is fairly good on these because they're lightweight to mail. I can still get those out before Christmas, but here's just some of the things we have. We have our glitter set, Crantastic. We have a little berry set, and I love to mix and match sets. You know, you don't have to do all the same nails. You can see the set I have on is actually comes together. This is a mixed mani that comes in one package called Wrap It Up. This is a new set called Dallas Darling. They just released this one last week, and it's for those wintertime blues. This is called Blue in Peru. This is another release that we just had last week, and that's a deep shimmer navy there. Oh, I have another. We also have Ice Ice Maybe, which is a glitter design. I've got my holidays, and this is a like black background with multicolored iridescent glitter. We've got Drop the Ball, which is perfect for our New Year's celebrations, kind of 20s style there. And I've got Penguin Party, which is a cute little mixed mani. And like I said, because these are mixed manis, you can, you know, just use the ombre styles and cut out the penguins if you want, or mix and match them. So there's a wide catalog. And this is, I mean, there are many styles available. So those are just a few of what we have, but there's something for everyone. And they're all priced $11 to $13, and every set is buy 3 sets, get 1 free, which is really a great value when you consider that if you're going to a salon, you're probably spending about $40 just for 1 manicure, whereas if you do the buy 3, get 1 free for about buy 3, get 1 free for about $40, you're going to get 8 to 10 or more manicures depending on how you use the sets.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rebecca. So we're going to go to Abrisha. So Abrisha, I know you have a painting to show us, maybe, hopefully, because Rob said to bring out some of your paintings. We have dolls, and then we have nails. So paint, because you can't see it around, but I'm a lover of art. And when I was in Bloomington, I used to go to art shows because I like to support people of color and just really unique artists that had different things that no one else would see. I don't want to buy art that you can buy in the store and then someone else has it. I do have the one that Bill Cosby always had in his house, the funeral procession. I do have that, not the original painting, but a lithograph. So that's pretty cool. But everything else is original paintings. I really had an affinity towards a Chicago artist. So every time I would go to their art gallery thing where we had to dress up and we were in tuxedos and, you know, long gowns because they made it really formal. And he would always say, I got these paintings just for you because I knew you were coming and I know you're going to buy from me. And his was really about from a religious standpoint, but he would make these women look like they were different goddesses, but then it would have like a silhouette of maybe praying hands, but the woman would be in the shape of a praying hand. So I have those like all over the house, and he surrounds them around like this gold decorum with the framing, because framing is everything. Yeah. So if you have anything to show, or you just want to kind of tell us about where you're headed with your business, either one would work if you're not prepared to show us anything.
Well, Monica, you just made my day because I love to hear collectors talk about their art collections. Like, I don't think people realize that art is a really big investment, right? Because as the artist grows and things like that, like your art increases in value. And then
Mhm.
also over time, like there's always a different perspective that somebody else has. And so the value is always increasing. And so I always stress that to my art collectors. I had someone who had a piece from like way back in the day, and I was like so embarrassed. I'm like, I made that, but the fact that he still has it, I was like, do you realize that like you probably got it for like $100 and now my art costs for $1,000? So like, I really love to hear art collectors talk about their collections. It makes me excited.
Mhm.
So I hope somebody's talking about my pieces like that in their home. All right, so I do have one piece that I'll show because it's my favorite right now. It's
Mhm.
titled Connecting Vibration. I
Mhm.
hope you can see it from this little space and corner that I'm in.
Mhm.
But let me hold it here. I don't know. Can you guys
Oh,
see it?
yes, that's beautiful. Wow.
They're not even gonna get the gold. Like it shines, but I don't know if you
Uh,
can see. But
no,
I
it's
love.
gorgeous.
Thank you. So
I can
this
see a lot of different things in that painting. I see it looks like someone is looking through like you know how they said that the end of the tunnel, looking through the end of the tunnel. To me, because art is what the the beauty of the art is, it's in the eye of the beholder. So it's what they see that gravitates to them to want them to purchase it and put it on their wall. But yeah, that I just see lots of tunnels, and it's like I'm looking at but there's a light at the end of the tunnel, because I see that the shadow there of the person looking through those tunnels. But that may not be what you started it for, but it's gorgeous.
It's it's in the
I
eye of the
love
beholder. That's what you see.
I love hearing your perspective because that's one reason that I love to do abstract is because I love that, you know, you can look at it a million times and see something completely different.
Mhm.
And then also it just creates conversation in your home, right?
Mhm.
So that one is called Connecting Vibrations. I usually don't try to give too much until like it's actually bought and I give a little personal artist note. So you
Mhm.
can kind of see what I saw and what I
Mhm.
thought creating it. But yes, I do see faces. I do see communication. So yeah,
Mhm.
there's a lot of that going on.
Cool.
But so yeah, so that's a little bit of what my artwork usually looks like. Once it's purchased, then I will, you know, send it to the framer to get framed, and then of course it comes with a certificate of authenticity, and then it's varnished for protection. And so that's kind of the gist of how my packaging usually goes out. And so we'll see what happens with this framing this year. But yeah, that's a little bit about my art. I really wish I could get better lighting for it because I just showed there was a lady, I was in the garage painting this morning. And she's like, I always see you painting. I just wanted to stop by. And so that one caught her eye. And so when I brought it out from the
Mhm.
garage, it was like, it just shined so much. I was like, oh, I love it. Because there's a lot of gold in it. You can't really get that from here.
Mhm.
There's a lot of gold in it, and it just kind of feels
Mhm.
really wealthy to me. So it's my favorite because I'm kind of
Uh-huh.
that way sometimes.
You should have seen her Jay-Z that just sold.
Yeah. So
That
it
was
just
amazing.
keys. Surprisingly, that one was a recreation of Diddy's like 50th birthday party. So they're both sitting on the couch, and it's just like this iconic picture of like two, you know, wealthy
Yeah.
men.
Yeah.
And so I broke up the picture because initially I was like, I really want a painting of Jay-Z. And then as I was doing it, I was like, I have to do Diddy. And so the Jay-Z sold. And now I feel like it's one of those best friend bracelets that like they were supposed to sell together. And one
Mhm.
went somebody else. So I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen with Diddy. We will see what happens with Diddy. I'll keep you guys.
Mhm.
But Diddy is in there now and sitting on the couch by himself. And I was like, the collector who bought it, he's like, I'm not really a Diddy guy. I'm like, you can't separate. Yeah. So
Mhm. Wow, that's a beautiful story. Beautiful. So let's see. Rob, you have the next question because Ginger, she answered both questions at the same time. So you're
Okay.
up with the next round of questions.
All right. So I'm gonna just rehash real quick. So we talked about what was your why, and we talked
Mhm.
where is your business headed. So the next thing is really, when do you intend to arrive? And I'm gonna throw a little commentary on that. Just
But
sort of,
Ginger has to still show her doll.
oh yeah, okay, come on.
Oh, thank you, Alvin.
Alvin came out of there like like the
Like the
Godfather. Let's get
I have a doll, and I had my son bring a piece of yard art in from outside my house.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, and to give you some idea of size, my son is about 6 foot. He's
Okay.
6 foot,
Okay.
and the actual image is 4, and then there's maybe about 10 or 12 inches for the stake.
Wow.
And he's about 32 inches across, one of the Magi. Each one is different. Each one is unique. So whoever buys them, they get something totally different from anywhere else.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's one of those.
Mhm.
you
And
got
then this is one of my baby dolls. And I don't know if you can see her really well because, oh, there we go.
it. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
And
Very cute.
I make
Yes,
them
I
in
like them.
all complexions. So this is like the second darkest complexion, but I have the whole range of browns to the whitest white.
Okay.
And then they come with skirts or dresses.
You like the new Band-Aids, huh?
Yeah, kind of. And then little Afro puffs, but I do different hairstyles. The Afro puffs are very popular though.
All
And
right.
that's it.
Oh, that's awesome. So let's get you some questions here. Thank you, family members, for helping out there. That was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah. So for everybody here, one of the things is, first of all, to everybody, glad you didn't quit, because this journey is rough. I mean, at times you have good days, and other days it's kind of, why am I doing this? This is, maybe not making enough money, or maybe I'm not getting enough clients, or how do I do, there's days like this. So I'm going to congratulate each of you guys for not quitting, because I'm sure there were times where you just wanted to just bag it and say, what the heck, and now you're making it into a business as a CEO and a leader versus just another hobby. So that's good. Congratulations. So when do you, we'll go with you, Ginger, when do you expect to arrive? Now that you're on this new journey, right, that's paying very damn well, when do you expect to arrive? Is this a total pivot, total shift, or are you gonna, venture back in? I'm sure you're gonna continue to write, because that's kind of the natural thing for you.
Oh yeah, I haven't been writing just because my hands are busy. I published a book right before the pandemic, so I have that kind of sitting while I'm working on this stuff. I think when will I have arrived?
In your mind.
Something, in my mind, when something is running on its own,
Mhm.
and I can step away from it and do something else,
Mhm.
I have arrived. So if the dolls take off and I have to hire a staff to make dolls so that I can write books, then I'm there.
I like that. I really like that. Excellent. Let's go to you, Rebecca. When are you gonna arrive?
That is an excellent question. Right now, my income is creating the retirement account that I haven't had for 13 years not working. So, but I think honestly, because I'm so excited to grow as a leader in this business, it will be when I have a fully functioning and engaged team. I would love to see, not just 5 people, but a whole, flock of people joining in this business and making business for themselves together. So I don't know exactly what that number of people is, but it's really just having people engaged and excited to grow and be able to mentor with them and help each other achieve our goals. So when exactly, I don't know. Color Street itself as a home party plan is only 3 years old, even though the product has been around for closer to 12 years. But the party plan as it is now is only 3 years old. And there are people who are what's called our diamond executive stylists who are, you know, their income is more than what my husband's and mine have ever been. So that would be amazing, right? You know, and if I could do that in 3 years like they have, that would be phenomenal. You know, my husband's always wanted to be a stay-at-home parent, but his income was more than mine before we had kids. And so it just didn't make sense, but I would love to be able to give him that through this, for him to be able to, you know, retire early. So that's kind of like the long-term big idea. So that's where I am. Happy one step at a time.
Okay, love it. That's good, really good. Let's go to Brescia. Brescia, when are you gonna arrive? What does it look like?
Okay, so you know my mind is a little different. So
You're artist.
I have to say, in my mind, I have arrived because I show up every day, right? So I don't feel as though there's this like I haven't got there yet. I show up, I'm there, right? What my transition will look like, there's always going to be transitions, and so I look forward to my next transition, which I'm right there with both of you ladies. You know, being able to have more time to make money, but also enjoy life at the same time, right? Because we're so innately involved in creating and being able to, you know, market and expand. And so it does take a lot of time from us. And so I look forward to that next transition, being able to just enjoy life more, because I do make sure I can have that balance. But just enjoy it more, right? When I get a chef, I've made the next transition I'm looking forward to.
I like that. I like that. A vegan chef, right?
Vegan chef. I think somebody said something about vegan restaurants. So Ginger, listen, I'm gonna see you when I see you, okay?
Y'all can just
Absolutely.
save the bacon for me. I'll still eat the bacon. All right. Let's go to Monica. Monica, you ready? You got the next one, Monica.
Yes, I am ready. So at this point, what support do you think is needed for you to continue being successful? Or if you feel that there are some gaps to your success, be it COVID or prior to COVID, what do you think that is needed to get you where you need to be from a success standpoint? So I'm going to go to Brescia.
So some of the things I'm looking forward to growing in my business is a team. I would really like to focus more on the creativity aspect of what I do. I find that I have to balance. And so a lot of times I would rather just be creating, but I know I can't. I know I have to give time to understanding how I market, understanding, you know, building relationships with my collectors. And so all of that, I feel like, you know, pulls me in two different realms. And so I would like to be able to, in the next year, establish a team that can help me balance more of the business side, so I can focus on the creativity side. And so I know that would really help me with my transition. So hopefully soon we'll be there.
Okay, we're definitely pulling for you. How about you, Rebecca? What do you think?
I think my major gap right now is due to COVID. You know, like there's only so much I can do, you know, through people I know, right? I'm not having the opportunities to go out and meet new people. Like right now is the holiday season, and traditionally there would be holiday bazaars that I would, you know, go to and set up and, you know, have a day where people would come to a craft fair kind of style of thing, and I would meet new people and new clients. And so not having those opportunities, I mean, I am always in the grocery store, and if I see someone with painted nails, I'm like, can I just ask you, you know, I have a little sample here if you might like to try it. You know, I'm out there, and you know, when I see people. But right now the biggest gap is that I'm not seeing a wide range of people. I don't have those event opportunities to meet new people and new clients. So I'm really relying on the people who I already know to refer me to the people they know. And so just marketing myself that way, getting out like in places like this to kind of try and meet new people, finding my niche in, you know, the land of the internet and figuring out how to market that way. And so I'm spending a lot of time on that and really trying to build my brand that way. So I mean, I don't know if there's more support that could come from that, but as Color Street with the teams go, you know, the people who are with me already, above me, and even under me, we do support each other and give ideas. When something works for one person, they share it. And so I just keep going back for that support to figure out, you know, what's working for other people might work for me too, and just trying that.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Rebecca. And what about you, Ginger?
For me, I think success is equal to my contentment and my satisfaction in what I'm doing. And so I think that I have reached a level of success in that I'm able to do the things that I love, and that brings me joy, and it gives me peace. Now I do have the benefit of having a husband who works, so that, you know, I don't have to focus so much on, okay, I have to make enough money to pay the mortgage, I have to make enough money to feed the kids. Anything that I make can be extra or fill in gaps. And so that's why I think I equate success with contentment and satisfaction. And to that degree, as long as I'm doing what I think I'm created to do, I'm going to be successful.
Awesome, awesome. So, Rob, you have the privilege of making sure that we all come back together and finish this segment out. So, where are you, Rob? Oh, you're to my right.
I am right here.
You
So,
switched it up a little bit.
Yeah, I had to allow the ladies to be on the screen together. You know what I mean? Get that man vibe out of there for a minute. Let you guys all just do your thing. Well, you know, today's session was really good. One of the things I again wanted to share with you guys is that you guys are amazing, kick-ass women, and I got to know you guys in different ways. So I've known Ginger, you know, for a long time, but then I really got to know her when we were first doing like the office meetups and stuff, and we were doing in person, and really, man, I didn't know she was doing graphics. She's doing all sorts of stuff, but she's also working with kids in the community, and first that's where I met her from, you know, doing community work, and then I found out all the other talents, and then now, bam, here this comes, you know. Even Monica was not only my colleague from 30 years ago, and then was my movie buddy. And I convinced her to say, look, quit texting me, spend some money and call me, and let's talk about these movies. And then she's in Europe and you know, doing marketing in Europe and different things. So, you know, and then Abrisha, you know, I'm looking at her art, and then I'm watching. I was like, she did some incredible artwork, and then she came in and did a couple of live events. She said, hey, you're doing a fundraiser, can I come and do? Oh yeah. And I was like, wow, this woman is amazing. You know, she was doing us a solid and just volunteered to come in and do some things. And I've been really watching her art. It's just amazing, and watching her continue to grow. And then Rebecca, I met Rebecca by chance, and it was really weird because I was hustling one day, and then she was on the Jamboree. I was like on the rehearsal of the Jamboree, and I was like, man, who the hell is this? This lady on QVC she's killing it. I'm like, I'm trying to look over there, and I'm trying not to be late. And then, you know, it was like, hey, I got to get to know her. I mean, she's really, you know, putting this stuff out there and really doing Well, John, I've been a salesman. I've been a career sales guy for 25 years, selling high-tech stuff. So I have an ear for a good pitch or someone who has confidence and things of that nature, you know. And Abrisha will tell you that I'm not necessarily art guy, but I respect the arts. The arts are fantastic. I have a lot of art friends as well. And what's unique about each of you guys is that you guys have the inner drive that's going in your own direction. And I love that. One of the things I will say for us is we really want you guys to lean into the platform. Put your stuff out on Monday. You know, every Monday, throw your stuff. A Ginger, throw a book in there. You know, because people will think, you know, Rebecca, throw your stuff in there every Monday. Brisha, throw one of your pieces out there. Because you got the expensive ladies like Monica will scratch the check in a minute. Okay, if she sees it, she likes it. It'll be that bad boy will be on FedEx in a minute. Okay, she is expensive. Okay, so you know I'm telling the truth. And another thing I respect about you guys is, you know, hold your price. Don't be afraid of price. I've had this conversation as we do coaching with a lot of and mainly a lot of young women who talk about price and the struggles of price and price escalation, elevation. And that's always one, you know, you have to hold your value. Your value is, you know, hey, this cost, you can't do this stuff for free. Everything you guys are doing, none of us, we can't do it for free. And there's, when someone says no, another door is going to open, they're going to say yes. So keep doing what you're doing. We're really proud of you. You know, again, post your stuff, tell your story. Take advantage of different things that we're having. I know we're going to have a CEO forum that's coming up. We're going to be doing some planning sessions for free at the end of the month, just to get people to look at forecasting, because a lot of people get up every day and they just do business.
Yeah.
You know, whatever comes. We're looking at, okay, let's look at some consistent revenue streams. We have other things we're looking at, folks who are solopreneurs. So maybe right now I'm getting, you know, money through Cash App or whatever, but I really, to be recognized as a full business, maybe even as a solopreneur, I need to have a regular paycheck where I can at least show some of my income, and I'm paying into taxes. Now I'm paying into unemployment. I'm paying into workman's comp and and some of the other things. So in case you do get injured or something, there would be something. So we talk about a lot of those different things as well for solopreneurs. So join us, and God bless each and every one of you. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
So let's go around real quick. Any parting shots? Let's start with you. We'll go to you, Abrisha. Any parting shots? Anything you want to get off your chest or say? And also pitch.
Well, you can actually view more of my artwork at abrisha.com. And so that is my online art gallery. I would love feedback and purchases, but I'm always open to feedback, because I feel like, you know, I love having moments where I can learn something that helps me get better, especially being a student for so long. And, you know, when you get into your own realm, you kind of can just kind of do the same thing over and over. And I'm just so big on keep learning, keep growing. So I would love feedback from you ladies. And thank you, Rob, for having me. I appreciate it, as always.
All right. Awesome. Very good. Let's go, Rebecca. Any parting shots?
Yeah, well, yes, I want to thank you for including me in this event. It's been really lovely to hear both from Ginger and Abrisha as well, like how you guys have come to where you are. It's inspiring, really, to just keep me motivated to keep going. As a shout out, like I would love to party with you guys, you know, gather your girls, let's get on Zoom. You know, it's a perfect girls' night in. You know, we can't go out and all hang out in the same house together, but we can hang out on Zoom and we have a lot of fun. So just reach out to anybody if you would like to party. I am here and ready to set some dates. And like I said, I'm really got to push for January. So let's set some January dates up and introduce you guys really to this product. My shopping website is www.colorstreet.com/Rebecca Corona. But you can also find me on Facebook by searching 3 Coronas Independent Stylist Nail Boutique. And that is, I have a page, but I also have a private group. So you just request to join that private group and you're in. And we have a lot of fun in that group too. It's kind of like an ongoing party. We play games, and the people in that VIP group are always the first to know when the new styles are launching. So please join me there so that you are the first to know what's going on with the new nails in the new year. But yeah, look forward to hanging out more with you guys and hopefully partying with some of you in the next few weeks.
Great. Can you type that in the chat?
Yes, let me see if I can bring this chat back up.
All right. And then
All
Ginger,
right, I'm getting it.
Ginger, any parting shots?
Yes, the name of my company is Lovey Beans. My maternal grandmother is Libertha Love. I am the granddaughter of Libertha Love and the granddaughter of Edward Bean. And so I put that together and came up with Lovey Beans, LOVIE beans.com. And that's the landing page for all of the things that I create. And my final comment is in agreement with what you said about pricing things. I had a mentor who told me that I'm mad talented, but my hustle sucks. He said, until you start getting paid for what you do, it's all hobby. It's all hobby. You don't have a business.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving work away.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to come to the point where I realized that I am worth every dime that I make. And if you cannot afford me, you're not my customer, and that's okay.
Yeah, man, I love it.
We needed to hear all of that today, okay? Just no. Thank you.
BMW does not lower the cost of their cars because you have a Honda budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not their customer, you're just not their customer. And I had to get to that point. Now, when people tell me my stuff is overpriced, I just nod and tell them thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, that's big because I went up on my prices this year, and I will say it has broke my heart to see like potential people really interested, and it's like, oh, I'm like, oh, and I want to so bad be like have the work, but it's like you said, you can't.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I just love people having my work, and that's the problem.
Well, I do too. And when I think my breaking point was I had prepared a couple of murals, and the people I did the murals for, I did them for free, and then they tore the wall down. It was like it was no big deal.
Yeah.
So you're worth every dime. You're worth every dime.
You are.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're right to the money what you said. It's like they're just not your customers. And for me, that's been this year, just understanding that I'm having to establish new art collectors, right? Because you have so many that have supported you to this point, but it's like, and that's why I really want to get into the prints, but at the same time, just embracing that I have to take on new collectors, and that's okay too, because I want to be able to enjoy life. So we're gonna do that.
Abrisha, have you ever thought about having like from your website like an art show, like presenting some type of art show? Because I know I'm a member of the Links Incorporated, and so they were part of the group that really had this big art thing. Because Bloomington was one of those areas, Central Illinois. It's got like little silos, and so we all have like our little whatever, Rob. We all have our little cliques or whatever you want to call it, and we create our own little space where we connect with each other. And so they were real big on the art because they were bringing the young people in to let them know that you can be who you are and have a passion for the arts, because the arts, they've taken it out of the school system. So they were bringing the arts back to the kids because they had a day for the kids, and then they would have a day for adults to go out and just shop. And so since COVID, and we don't know how long COVID is, have you ever thought about something like that where you actually bring people to your art gallery within your website and host something like a,
That is something I want to work on this year. I'm finishing up some commissions for December because it was a big push for people to have pictures done. But that I met a curator and an interior designer, and we actually sat down and had a conversation. And that was one of the things that he was saying. He was like, you know, do a show. So that is on my radar for
okay.
year. I really want to do a show and put out some pieces. So Monica, Rob, everybody, please come.
Oh, absolutely. I will bring my friends.
Yeah.
They have deep pockets, deeper pockets than me. And so, yeah.
And Abrisha, when you curate your own show, I would like you to consider some of my work. I'll have to share.
Absolutely. I'm like, literally, I'm so glad I was able to meet you guys. Like Rebecca, I do my nails at home. I don't go to shops at all. So just meeting you guys, Ginger, you put me onto something so new as far as like just looking at, you know, creating dolls from a different space, because you realize that we don't really think about that in terms of the representation as women of color. And so like I'm just excited to have been able to meet you guys, to have this conversation, to take away so many powerful experiences. But we will definitely connect. I put my information in the chat. Let's connect.
Awesome. Yes, let's all connect, please. And hey, ladies, you know, I didn't talk a lot, but when you have a party, when you host a party, you start earning free product at only $150 in sales. This is like the most generous host program of any of those home party plans. So, you know, you get 3 friends to place some orders and you start getting some free stuff. So let's do it.
All right. That's excellent. I don't know what to say besides Merry Christmas. You guys dropped the mic.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
We're gonna-
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Looking forward to 2021.
It was recorded, so we're going to share this. I think this was, and it's, hey, we're just basically an hour recorded time, and I think it was well worth it. A lot of people who see this are going to. So thanks for inspiring people. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Bye,
Bye, you guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.